Are you about to watch this video and you're not liked and subscribed to it? Like the video, please. Just go down. It's right there. It's right there.
I did. I hit it. Have you hit it?
The first thing that I kind of want to get into, because we're in the middle, I don't think the end result of this baseball game matters. I think it's just pulling it off. Like Kevin Costner is in the fucking booth right now with Joe Buck and starting 9 alumni John Smoltz. This is what we're dealing with right now. So the first thing I want to say, have you been watching the entire time or you've been running around?
I've been running around a
Okay.
little bit. Like I watched early. I watched the pageantry. I watched all that stuff, which is obviously cool.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to kind of – there's a couple things I wanted to hit on because right now they're showing the field that we played on right now, which is the Field of Dreams movie site field. This field is obviously different if you're standing on the Field of Dreams movie site at home plate. The field that this game between the White Sox and Yankees are being played on is just over yonder of left field. Are you ahead of me?
Oh,
Or are you behind me?
Luke Voigt.
Okay, yeah, you're behind me. All right, cool. So the first thing that I wanted to point out, the camera angles. Like, we need to do this. Like, every regional broadcast needs to get on. Like, pay attention to what's. Look at these fucking they've got drone cameras, and the Seattle Mariners, to my knowledge, are the only team that is using the fly cam, which I believe is Root Sports. And they've got that cam that kind of just looks like a drone camera that's flying around the third baseline. When someone hits a homer, they're kind of like following the guy going from third base to home. Like, it's really cool. It looks like a drone, but it's not. But this broadcast on Fox, they've got cameras out the fucking ass everywhere. And they've got these awesome drone shots, which I know it makes more sense for a game like this when you want to show the cornfield. You want to show that the Field of Dreams movie site field is right there through the field of corn. But, I mean, this whole fucking thing, we're only in the fourth. It's an A+. Like, everyone wants to get on Major League Baseball for, like, oh, you're not cool enough. You're not appealing to the younger fans. Like, this is fucking great.
Based on where they were at and what it looked like when we were there just a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, or whatever it was, 2.5 weeks, I have no idea. But based on what it looked like then and what is happening right now, I thought there was no way they were going to be able to have people watching this ball game in whatever they were calling those things that look like stands.
Yeah.
But those worries, concerns gone out the window. The aesthetics of the old school scoreboard with the ladder rolling. You got folks hanging numbers. I mean, the whole thing, the backdrop, just go back and look at the images of what the backstop looks like as you're watching Lance Lynn, who looks like he probably planted said corn, shucked said corn, harvested said corn, and could mow pounds of said corn. Like, is there no better dude to have on the mound? I think Smoltz even might have said it. Like, the dude who's just like, hey, here you go, country fastball. Here's a fucking heater. Zzz, let's let it ride through the cornfield.
It's awesome. It's perfect. If you could handpick, I mean, obviously, I would imagine that the Yankees would have preferred Andrew Heaney not be the starter for today's game. I mean, the dude just, no offense, is out there throwing BP in every start that he's made for the Yankees so far this year. But that's what the fans want to see, balls land in the fucking corn, do they not? So maybe Andrew Heaney's perfect for this game.
Well, I mean, you try to give the people what they want. And, Aaron Boone, he's an entertainer. He understands.
He gets it.
Just so happens to be Heaney's turn. No, hey, straight up though, it's an exciting thing. I'm really excited for these players because to be one of the guys who is playing the first ever game on this diamond in this state, first ever Major League Baseball game. That's really cool.
It's very cool. And I just threw a tweet out there right before we hopped on, and I said something to the effect of I wasn't quite sure. And this is a conversation that we were having when we were there in Iowa. I wasn't quite sure how some of the veteran guys were going to handle or react to having to go out into the middle of nowhere, Iowa, for one game. I mean, they have the off day tomorrow, and then they resume the series. I think it's Saturday, Sunday. But to have to go out there for one game, there's not a whole lot happening out there. It's just baseball land. And to see, I mean, they're buying in. Like, unless they're faking it, These guys seem pretty into it, and you have to love that because as a fan, it really only adds to the viewing experience. Like, you would hate to see like a bunch of guys that are just miserable being there and are like, what the fuck, or they're complaining about it. Like, haven't seen any of that.
Well, the movie, depending on, I guess, where it rests in your pantheon of baseball movies, I'm sure it has an impact on the willingness of guys to buy into this. But I think if you just let the kid inside of you take over, like these guys do each and every day, then you appreciate the magnitude of being the first group to do this. That's really cool. What I think is, I mean, I don't know how ironic it, like, come on, we're having the first Major League Baseball game ever played in Iowa under the premise of growing the game. And the reason it is getting the resounding reception it is because these people in Iowa are being stiff-armed around every corner when they try to watch Major League Baseball. They're blacked out of 6 different markets. So it's almost like you're throwing peanuts to a crowd who's starving for baseball. And it's like, we know you're getting hosed as far as being able to watch baseball, like, as much as you might want to. So here's a little novelty game. We'll give this one to you. You chew on that, enjoy it, and well, yeah, no, shit's going to stay the same. Nothing's changing. Like, just enjoy this game, though.
You got to figure they do this every year, no?
I mean, it's logistically, it's something that you obviously have to schedule and plan for.
Yeah.
But from there, it's about teams being willing to make the accommodations.
You watching this right now? They got
there.
They got a drone that went in the fucking window and down into the house here where Carl had a mental breakdown in the kitchen. That was pretty cool.
It's very dope.